What's going on, fam? Welcome back to the channel. In this big black special edition box, I have a pair of the 11 Pro in the Blackout ProDirect colorway. I think these look really cool, but I want to talk in this video about why I don't think you should buy a pair of these. Let's hop into it. So this is a drawer style box that you get with all the limited collection Adidas boots. You've got the Adidas logo here on the top, the Adidas logo there on the kind of the drawer style of the box, the limited collection there, and then the sizing on the back. So these are the 11 Pro, a US 8.5, which by the way, I do go down a half a size for the 11 Pro. It just kind of fits a little bit awkward. And because of the leather, it does stretch and mold to your foot. So half a size down for most people. This is a UK 8, a Euro 42, and a 26.5 centimeters, which is great. So let's get into the unboxing here. So I'm going to grab this side and go like this. We've got a little of the Adidas typical info paper and open them up. Boom. Wow. Very nice. I really like Blackout boots, as you guys know from the football boots that I used for most of my Flower City Union season. They were a custom pair of Phantom GX in all black with little pink accents on them. And I absolutely think those look sensational with every single kit. A Blackout leather pair of football boots that's got sort of the modern styling to it, I think look excellent. This is gonna sound crazy, I like these better than the Tony Cruz colorway. You can hate me in the comments below, that's fine. This is what I prefer. I would prefer a boot of this style to be all black. I just think they look so clean, so crispy, really, really nice. And that's my opinion. So let's get these out of the box. You got the boot there, and then unfortunately don't get a string bag, which is a bummer for a limited collection boot that costs more than it should. But there you go. So there is the 11 Pro. Now, a couple things about this particular 11 Pro, obviously this being the remake with no flag or anything because it wasn't the same colorway as the Tony Cruz ones. The one-to-one remake has a couple different differences to it. The upper material is more premium. You've got the sole plate, and then you've got the customization with the German flag on the back, which is what that one is. These are the special edition for ProDirect, and ProDirect got these and no other retailer got them. So they just got an all black version of that same exact remake football boot that you guys have seen my review of. This is a full Taurus leather upper, which is basically like calfskin. My guess is it is just calfskin. It's probably the same thing. I'm not sure if there's any quality differences between the two. If you know, let me know in the comment section below. But it is a fairly soft leather upper. It doesn't feel super premium, but it does feel nice and cushiony. I will say, as I've worn my 11 Pros and I've been able to test them and I've done the 1 month review and all that stuff, it is a leather upper that is very no nonsense to wear. I don't find it to be anything crazy exciting, but when it comes to just wearing a, frankly, pretty surprisingly lightweight football boot, and all I'm doing really is going out and pinging a ball or passing around with a friend or just like juggling at a park with my wife, these are a great option because they are just like a comfortable football boot to slip in and have kind of no BS. Like I don't feel any type of way about them, and I kind of don't notice them when they're on my feet, which is super nice. And they feel great. So again, full Taurus leather upper. You've got the tooling from the Nemesis line, which is this torsion frame sole plate. I rate this sole plate really highly. I think because of the way that they've done the half moon shaped studs and how stiff this midfoot is, whether it's on this boot, whether it's on the Copa series, all of those work really well together. And I just think the neutrality of the sole plate does provide one of the most kind of no nonsense feelings under feet. I don't get any pressure points with any of these studs in the forefoot. The stud length is great for AG or FG surfaces. And I genuinely do think these are one of the most well thought out and just like, neutral sole plates. Yes, I know a lot of people got really pissed off because they're just recycling an old sole plate from the Nemesis line. But as I've said in multiple videos, if it works, it works. And realistically, this sole plate is great. It's really well balanced. It does a good job. It's nothing crazy special, no, but like you don't need a gimmicky thing on a boot like this. Like you're not, like what do you do? If you're gonna buy this, you're buying it for the nostalgia of the 11 Pro, the feeling of an all leather Taurus, you know, thing that makes your foot feel a certain type of way, or you're buying it because it's all black and it looks classy and it looks cool. Don't not buy it because the sole plate's lazy. Like, shut up. Go home. Stop talking. That's my opinions on it. But anyway, 11 Pro logoing here on the back as well. And then you've got additional stitching in the forefoot in this pattern, plus the 3 stripes, which help out a little bit for lateral stability. But a lot of this stitching pattern just has to do with preventing this boot from overstretching. I've found that there hasn't been really any overstretching on my white and blue pair, which is actually, oh yeah, right here. It's right above my head. There it is. So this pair, which still has grass on it and stuff, has stretched really nicely to my foot, and I will expect the black ones to be no different because they are the exact same boot. And then you've got a nice suede heel liner for improved comfort and grip. Whether you're wearing grip socks or non-grip socks, these will be great on the inside no matter what. So really, you know, again, pretty standard football boot. This is for a boot that is lightweight and all leather like this. I would say actually the closest competitor is probably the New Balance 442, other than that gold colorway, which by the way was sensationally comfortable. I would say if you have a little bit thinner feet, go with these. If you have a little bit wider feet, go with the 442. The benefit of these ones is that the sole plate is just objectively better than the 442, but realistically, that's kind of all this compares with. Copa Gloro, totally get it. It's about the same football boot. So if you're somebody who's like, I don't want to pay like triple the price of a Gloro for something like this, just go with the Gloro or go with the New Balance 442. But if you're somebody who's like, nah, I really want the nostalgia of the 11 Pro, I like the way these look, they're all black, they're really sexy looking, then go for it. In my opinion, this is a really no-nonsense football boot. It's not my favorite. It's not something that I'm going to jump in often. Will I wear the Tony Cruz boots that sit right there? Yeah, every once in a while, just to like kick around in and stuff. Will they be a training boot? No. Will they be a game boot? No. But that's what it is. And some football boots are like that for some people. Some boots are not. I imagine if you are somebody who wants to wear these for a game, let me know down in the comments below and why you would wear these for a game. For me, just not a game boot. Not a match boot, not even a pickup boot, but definitely something to just like kick around in. So let's hop into the on-feet portion of the video. We'll talk about what they feel like, why I went half a size down for the sizing, and of course, should you pick up a pair of these, even though we've kind of already discussed that, but we'll go from there. All right, fam, out on the little turf strip in my backyard with the 11 Pro Blackouts. Now, the 11 Pro Blackouts are from ProDirect. They are a ProDirect exclusive, and also a reminder, these are in an 8.5 US. I found in the original white and blue and black version that came out of the remake, exact same boot as this one, going down a half a size was absolutely the best possible fit. I gotta say though, I kind of like these blackouts a little bit better. I know the other colorway is iconic and it's very cool, but this pair of football boots in all black just looks insane. So I'm really excited. Wearing WeFoot grip socks, by the way, you can get 20% off, link in the description box below. They're my favorite grip socks on the market. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this boot is super comfortable. I know I was a little critical of the overall kind of performance of this boot in my 1 month review. But I will say that the comfort of this boot and the upper is really comfortable. Really comfortable. You also have a runner's knot, which is a huge plus. I don't know why more boot brands don't do that, especially for leather boots that stretch and stretch and stretch over time. But having runner's knot, I'm not going to do those for this particular video, but having the runner's knot there on the lateral side and the medial side is a huge win. But I gotta say, good comfort, and they look absolutely fantastic. We'll get the right one on as well. One thing that I also, actually before I get these on, one thing that I also really appreciate is you can see the ProDirect logo there, but the entirety of the inside of this football boot is a really nice micro suede material. So even the bottom of the tongue, same material, the sock liner as well, the inside of the upper, there's like a liner on the inside of this leather, and that creates such a nice wrap and sort of hug around your foot, so that whether you're wearing grip socks or not, these WeFoot grip socks are pretty thin, and so I have a really nice kind of feel of how the upper is. But if you don't, and you have a little bit of thicker socks, or you're not wearing grip socks or anything, you're going to be pretty much fine, I think, for the most part. So long as you fit in the football boot, you'll be great. So the 11 Pro remake, honestly, it's a good product. Do I recommend buying it for the crazy resale prices that they're going for now? No. But if you can find one like at retail or just under retail, which is probably going to be impossible because these are going to be stupid expensive on the resale market, can I recommend them? Probably not. Just go and buy something different. Like I'd just go buy like a Mizuno Elite model, or what else would I probably go for? A 442. I mean, it's not the same. Like, you're going to get better performance out of this than a 442 for the most part. But there are definitely other leather boots on the market that are going to give you that nice fit and feel. The only thing I think that the 442, the shape of the 442 is really natural feeling, but the sole plate on these with that torsion frame is really fantastic. So there's a look at what they look like on feet, especially with like a black kit or something. They look fantastic. Blackout boots just in general look amazing. I remember when Rudiger was playing with a blackout pair of, I think, Under Armour boots, and he was in the all-white Madrid kit. The blackout boots just look so good regardless of like what color kit you play in. And these are no different. Really, really good looking pair of football boots. So I actually wore very recently, the reason I'm saying this is because it was quite recent. So after the 1 month review that I filmed of the other colorway of this one, I actually had another session, and I decided to wear the 11 Pro, the white and blue 11 Pro, to a session at a local training facility called Oxidate, which you might have seen on my Instagram. And that, like on turf, on that indoor turf, these felt so nice to just like ping in and pass in, and the feeling on the ball is really good. Like your touch on the ball feels really good. So we'll just get that over now. Very, very nice, good feeling. I do, even though it's not kangaroo leather anymore, the leather on these is thin enough that it really does feel nice, I think. And so for me, if this is a boot that has nostalgia for you as an older pair of football boots, even in that other colorway, I'd say go out and try to find the blackout model. They might even have it on ProDirect still, I'm not sure. But if you can find them on the resale market and you are somebody who really, really loved the original colorway and you can't find it, or it's way more expensive, just get the blackouts, because they are, again, a very decent pair of football boots. And I tend to have a bias towards the blackout models just because they look really sick, and I wish more. Well, actually, Adidas is doing this really well, and I think Nike is probably going to follow suit pretty soon. But I actually really appreciate how Adidas has started to do they'll launch a football boot, and then they'll go and do an all white and an all black colorway, so that people who actually really like those colors and don't get a chance to, say, customize a pair on like Nike ID or something, Adidas is like, well, we'll make an all blackout pair, like a shadow pack or blackout pack or whatever, and then we'll make a whiteout pack, and that way we can release them to the public, and then they float around, and maybe they have little silver accents on them or whatever, but like super cool. And I love the way that blackout boots just like feel so sleek and so clean. It very much is reminiscent of Academy days, at least for me, back in the day. Underfoot feel of this torsion frame sole plate is really, really nice. Any sort of manipulation that you have of like kind of V cuts, any sort of rollover type stuff, really nice feeling underfoot. The half moon studs do a really nice job of gripping into the ground while also giving you a really decent amount of rotational movement ability, which is awesome. Don't take, obviously the visuals that you're seeing right now on screen are not, this turf is pretty, it's backyard turf. It's not football turf, right? So, but the point is that you really can dig in and push and twist sideways, which is awesome. So really nice sole plate. What Adidas has done as well with the way that obviously these are a remake, but you get the same torsion frame sole plate on the Copa Pure. And the new control frame sole plate from the Predator line is very, very similar to this as far as stud layout. In fact, I think it's almost identical, except the studs are those little triangular star-shaped studs instead. I think taking a very balanced, neutral, well thought out, well-designed sole plate and just kind of varying it slightly for the different models, so a little bit more aggressive here, a little bit less aggressive here, is a great formula. And I don't blame Adidas at all. Sure, you could say it's lazy, it's whatever, but honestly, I haven't heard complaints of anyone about the sole plates. Like, durability's been pretty good so far for most things, especially the sole plate that I've had on my white pair. Durability's been great, underfoot feel is great, ball feel is fantastic, responsiveness is like a little bit above average. Like, it's not bad at all. It's actually quite decent for most football boots, especially a boot like this. And I just think in general, you know, as a product, the 11 Pro and in combination with that sole plate is really, really nice. So if you guys have any questions that I haven't answered in this video, definitely leave them down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer everybody. I can answer everybody one time. So if you have like 2 questions, just leave them together in a comment. I can't go back through YouTube just because I just don't have the time anymore to go back through everybody's comment. I try to reach out at least once. And then of course you can DM me on Instagram if you have like further questions. I'm much easier to reach there. So go hit me on Instagram if you have further questions. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that video of the Blackout 11 Pro remakes from ProDirect. Yeah, super cool pair of football boots. I'm looking forward to I'll probably keep these a little bit chill and use them anytime I want to use the 11 Pro, because now that I've broken in completely those white pair, I kind of want to keep those and not use them really much anymore. So I'll probably use these a lot more than those white ones. And you might see a playtest of these because I think it looks sick and the Blackout would be probably really great. So I probably will do a playtest of these eventually. Might not come anytime in the next week or 2, but it will come eventually because I'm doing my best to keep up with the volume of boots. I've got like 9 pairs of boots lined up right here that we're about to do back to back to back. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit that like button if you liked the video, and if you got value from it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Join the fam. As always, be awesome. Take care. I'll see you in the next video.